Hi everyone, thank you all the blockchain enthusiasts for tuning into my channel. If you're new to the blockchain, please check out my other videos like explaining blockchain to 5-year-old. Today I'll be talking about a real estate blockchain strategy, which is essentially an idea that stemmed out from my frustration with my real estate agent. As I mentioned before, I did not have a wonderful experience with my real estate agent because I found she was not honest in our dealings and she wasn't putting my interests at heart. And I was paying her good money to do her job. So it got me thinking, what value is my real estate agent adding to me? And what do agents do that one can't do in a cheaper, fairer, and faster manner? So I did a bit of research on my own, and I found out that 31% of the Australian population actually rent. So what is the problem exactly? Well, to a landlord, it is expensive. They're also limited to one agency where there could be possible conflict of interest, and they're also at the mercy of the agent's timeline. From a tenant perspective, it's time consuming and the schedule can sometimes be rigid. So for every property that they see and they like, well, they have to do the whole application process over and over again. For both parties, personal information and financial history are stored on agency database as well as centralized marketing platform like realestate.com or domain.com. And these are hackable. They sometimes also use behavioral data and also monitorize upon them. Agents also do not act on our best interest for their clients. So my envisioned solution is to seamlessly allow P2P leasing and managing of properties using the blockchain. And for all the blockchain enthusiasts, I'm sure you know why we use the blockchain. Well, the benefits of blockchain is that it has smart contract, which is contractual agreement that can be digitally signed, verified, and enforced by the blockchain construct. It's also fast, secure, and cheap. It's auditable, which means records are immutable and last forever. And data are secure and protected. The current state of the industry is that landlords will approach real estate agencies, which would then put the listing on real estate platform such as domain.com.au, and tenants would then go on the platform itself, have a look at the properties, and send in their queries to the real estate agency. So as you can see, the current state is quite messy and time consuming. So what I suggest is a decentralized platform where the landlord and tenant can interact. I'll speak a bit more about the resource pool much later on. What I want to talk about is the strategy's core value. Well, I believe from a tenant perspective, it is the easiest and faster way to rent a home. You would never have to fill in an application form over and over again. Just have to be one time and a one-click application process at the tip of your finger. In addition, you don't have to waste your Saturday looking. You're able to arrange directly with the landlord as and when you can come and look at the house. And for the landlord, well, it's obvious. It's the cheaper and faster option in leasing your property. You can get your property leased quicker and receive the payment at real time. You're also able to make decisions from tenancy agreement to service requests and have all your personal transactions all secured and integrated. And while all this sounds great, there's definitely cons as well. One of the issues is how do we manage dispute over housing maintenance? Secondly, how do we verify that these people actually have the authority to lease their property? And lastly, we're not actually sure whether landlords want to lease their property themselves because it might seem like a hassle to them. With the current construct of the blockchain, as well as the real estate industry, there are definitely hurdles to adoption. Well, I'll start by mentioning a couple. Well, there are legal implications. It's a young technology. Not a lot of people understand it, as well as it's hard to find blockchain developers. So a couple solutions to that is we should start small. Have platforms like Gumtree or flatmate.com where there's not much legal implications. We can also build upon open source blockchains such as Ethereum and other API integrated tools. In addition, we can work with governments and investors to get on board with this strategy. There have been a couple of assumptions made. One of them is that the landlord owns the property or the agent has been given permission to lease. Secondly, the landlord wants to reduce costs by managing their own property. And this is why we need a proof of concept to test our theory. So we'll go into two different stages. The first stage where landlords and tenants are the primary participants. We want to see how they interact on the platform and measure KPIs such as the speed to tenants application process, how fast is the payment, and the percentage cost saving in leasing the property. In the second stage, we will add service providers and agents and use API integrated tools for service providers such as Airtasker or Service Seeking. This is primarily to improve on process automation as well as landlords who do not want the hassle of leasing their own property. So if the KPI shows positive impact, we will go to the market. Our first strategy is to target high rental growth suburbs, as well as properties that are already listed on sharing platforms such as Gumtree or Flatmate.com. We will also partner with certified real estate agents or smaller agencies that will be able to use the blockchain for cost reduction and process automation purposes. I am all about failing fast so we can create faster velocity in prototyping and pivoting to the market demand. I just want to thank everyone who has been on the journey with me, especially my mentor who has given me a lot of pointers. I have been taught to take the lean approach and to focus on a specific problem. Also, I have been so fixated on removing the middleman that sometimes I believe the market still wants the agency to be involved in the process. Unfortunately, I don't have much time to cover all my content, but I have attached a PowerPoint slide of a deeper analysis that I have done. And obviously, your feedback is definitely welcome. So stay tuned to my channel, and I look forward in updating you more about my real estate blockchain strategy. Until then, take care, and thank you for listening in.